What's going on, my good people? I had a Bible in front of me, man, and I went to, ask God about times that we in, and that God sent me to Psalm 76, that's my favorite passage in the whole thing. And so I'm gonna read this to y'all, man, because now we're reading this from the perspective that we do know the truth. We are not accepting the lie, and if we know the truth, then we can't keep acting like we are ignoring the words of this Bible. If you are a black man, if you are a black woman, it's going to be hard for me to keep taking you serious, and you don't want to read the words of your ancestors. So let's read Psalm 76. God is well known in Judah. In Israel, he's a household name. He keeps a house in Salem, his own suite of rooms in Zion. That's where, using arrows for kindling, he made a bonfire of weapons of war. Oh, how bright you shine, outshining their huge piles of loot. The warriors were plundered and left impotent, and now there's nothing to them, nothing to show for their swagger and threats. Your sudden roar, God of Jacob, knocked the wind out of horse and rider. Fierce you are and fearsome. Who can stand against your rising anger? From heaven you thunder judgment. Earth falls to her knees and holds her breath. God stands tall and make things right. He saves all the wretched on earth. Instead of smoldering rage, God praise. All the sputtering rage now are galling for God. Do for God what you said you'd do. He is, after all, your God. Let everyone in town bring offerings to the one who watches our every move. Nobody gets by with anything. No one plays fast and loose with him. Why this is one of my favorite passages in the whole Bible is because it, like in a time, man, for the people that don't know, man, I spent like 6.5 years at war, man, and I came home. I had a lot of anger on me, man, and end up, losing my mom, and I lost my sister to cancer, man. It brought a lot of anger and grief and all that other stuff, man. I was just hanging on to it, and it was a sputtering rage, and this is exactly what it said, man. Instead of a smoldering rage, God praise, man. So instead of being mad, man, I took that anger, man, and I put it into something productive. You see what I did with that, man? So God was like, take that energy, because the energy can't go anywhere. You got to do something with it. Either you suppress it and your body starts self-destructing, or you go out and put that bad energy on somebody by fighting on somebody, hurting somebody, or you take that energy and be a vessel for God. Use that energy, man. Don't let nobody hype you up to do something wrong, to hurt somebody, or be mean to somebody. That's not the intention of God. So instead of that smoldering rage, God praise, man. Hey, man, when people be doing mean stuff to me, man, I be like, hey, man, uh, God bless you, man. I hope God bless you, man, to fix your heart, man, for you don't be that type of person no more, man. Like, I be really hoping people really get their life together. Like, I don't be liking that people be the same person they was 10 years ago. Instead of smoldering rage, God praise. All that sputtering rage now are galling for God. So God's sitting there saying, look here, everything that they meant for bad, you done turned it good. Look at it, you done defied all the odds. Look at you. Look at you, my child. Look at you. They tried all their tricks, man, to get you off guard, man, but you ain't get off guard. You kept going about your business. And this one is the kicker. And you're gonna have to understand this going forward. Do for God what you said you do. He is, after all, your God. People are like, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? So I was talking to a woman one day and she leaned in and she said, Apache, do you believe there's a one true God? I said, yes. I do believe there's a one true God. She said, do you also believe that there are also many gods? I said, what? She said, no, no, no. I understand you believe in Jesus and you believe in the one true high God, but do you believe in other gods, that other gods have walked this earth? And I said, yes. She said, you're absolutely right. So what we're about to find out is things are going to start coming from the land, the sea, and land, sea, and the sky. And we're going to find out that other people are coming here to take your eyes off of God. There are going to be other gods that are going to be coming into this earth. Things that you thought were myths, they are going to be coming. And it's going to be real important for people to start reading their Bible, and especially like the book of Enoch, and getting up on their game. Hey man, I'm a new Christian. I'm like newly into the game. So I'll be knowing like everything to do and how to pray and all the other stuff. But I do have, like, I'm highly spiritual, man. And even if I can choose to ignore it, it's on me, man. The aura's already there. So I can't, like, you know. So, like, I'm championing people now that we know the information that was provided in Russia. Now that we have seen those pictures, and what are we gonna do? Are we gonna like gloat and say, yeah, 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 we the chosen one, woo, and then have a twerk fest? What we finna do? Like, if that book said y'all was the holy people, you gonna have to learn how to walk like holy people. Now is the time to get out and do your walk. Like, okay, when the Holy Spirit hits you, after that, man, you open to all types of shit, because you don't really know how to move in this new world. And I know I'm really jumping around, but I'm really coming back to like being on your journey to find God, man. And it's kind of lead me to this story. Let me tell you this story, man, of how I found God, man. Like, this is a very, very real story. Whew. See what? I was 34 years old, and I was having this house party, right? I didn't lost my mom, I didn't lost my sister. Like, I'm in a real depressed state. I'm just in a bad spot. So I throw this party. My friends convinced me to throw a party. And since I was extremely popular, I knew a bunch of people, man. I invited a bunch of people over my house, man. It's like a whole bunch of people, like hundreds of people in my house. And so I'm walking my friend to the car, man. And before I walked her to the car, my homeboy walks up to me and he said, hey, smoke this weed. He said, you said when you retire, you was gonna smoke weed. I had just kind of retired, so I was just like, okay, well, I'll try it. And I smoked the weed from a blunt for the first time in my life. And so my homegirl was like, hey, walk me outside to my car. So I walked to the car, and at the end, I started feeling real weird because the weed had just showed up. And so I put her in her car, and I'm walking back to the house, and it started raining. And so I'm walking back into my driveway, and I had my garage up because it's a party happening, but the neighborhood is real cool. People having parties. So there's people in the garage, and I got the garage up. So I'm walking up the driveway, and I slip and I fall on my back. Fall on my back. And so now it's wet. My back is wet, and I'm high. I'm real high. And I say, man, I gotta make it to the house because this overwhelming feeling came. It was like whew, man, I don't know what type of feeling that was. This was a new feeling. I could not explain it, but I knew my back was wet. I'm high, and now I got this feeling, and I need to get to my room. So I I run to my room, and so my homegirls, they all in the room. They just gathered up and they're having a little chat or whatnot. And I kind of just go into the bathroom. And so how it is, how my closet was at the time, you go through the bathroom, the closet is at the end of the bathroom. So you have to go through the bathroom to go into the closet. So I go into the closet, and I got this picture right here of my mom and my sister. And this don't look like my face. I don't know who the hell this person is. Man drew the damn picture. I don't know who the hell it looked like. But anyways, I get into the closet, and I saw that picture. And boy, a cry came. I'm talking about a cry came out of me. You cannot imagine. I was like, I'm crying. And what I'm not understanding at the time is that this is the grief that was in my heart that the weed exposed. Now, I'm not telling people to go smoke weed. There's better ways to manage your feelings. The first thing is self actualization. But looking at that picture, man, I just started crying. And the cry was weird because I was laughing and crying at the same time. Laughing and crying at the same time. I'm talking about my homegirl, so a party's still going on. People have no idea I'm having this thing going on with me in the bathroom or in the closet. So they've closed off the closet. They ain't let nobody come in. It's a whole party going on. Don't nobody know what's going on. But everybody's looking for me because, of course, this is my house. This is my party. And I'm in the bathroom and I'm having this uncontrollable experience. Uncontrollable crying. I think I cried for over an hour. I cried to my like the scenes of my eyes was like starting to like be in pain because I was crying so much, crying and laughing at the same time, and like I felt all of that pain like from my mom, like watching my mom die from cancer, watching my sister die from cancer, cousins die from cancer, just like all types of things happen at the same time. But I'm just boxing it up, like just leaving all this pain in my heart. And so I'm letting it out, I'm pouring it out. But I'm not understanding at this time, this is my introduction to the Holy Spirit. This is my introduction to God. And so that's kind of like God giving you an olive branch. I gave that grief to God. He was like, oh, my son is crying out for me. I've been waiting on you. And God, like he said, it's like God had me in his arms, man. I was crying like a baby, man, like I had been hurt, man. He was just sitting there, like comforting me. And so that was like my introduction to God, man. And then when you introduce to the Holy Spirit, man, you introduce to God, man, you it's like the start of your journey. So sometimes you don't accept because you don't know what the hell's happening to you. And boy, I woke up there. So I end up going to sleep after I cried for over an hour. And then I end up going to sleep during my own party. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to sleep during my own party. And after I woke up, so I woke up around about 5 o'clock. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. If you guys will understand what is going on, the party is still going on. I'm talking about the party is live at 5. People are still there playing cards. People over there playing dominoes. People in the garage. People in the backyard. It's a DJ popped off. And so I go outside. Of course, my friends, they still there, just kind of watching over me. And so I wake up and I'm in there and I'm dusting myself off and getting dried. I'll take a shower. And I go back out to the party and the guy was like, hey man, I'm about to go, man. I've been DJing, man. I'm about to go and get up out of here. And another DJ was like, hey man, I can hook up real quick. And I was like, man, ain't no need, man. Y'all got to go. I had to kick everybody out the house, man, because after that experience, man, I really didn't know what the hell was happening to me. And I didn't know how I was going to be interacting around these people. So I needed people to leave, man. But that was my first introduction to God, man. And I hope for you, I hope and pray for you that God finds you like God found me, but you gonna have to make a step towards God. You're gonna have to lay your burdens down on the cross. Like you really gonna have to do that, man. Like God gonna have to identify your pain, man, and say, oh, I know how to fix that. And like this thing with gods, man, you're gonna see many gods coming to this earth, man. You finna see some goofy ass shit. And you're gonna have to remain loyal and faithful to the one true high God, man. These people that are coming onto this earth are not the one true high God. These people are imposters, man. They are very good at what they do, but do not be deceived, man. Peace out, man. We are reading today, and we have read today Psalm 76 in the Message Bible. Peace out.